Good afternoon, board members, president. My presentation is on proposed creation of a new private driver policy. We're all familiar with shrinking budgets, and administrators and managers are always seeking new ways to reduce costs, function within the constraints they have with the shrinking budgets. One of the most critical aspects of costs and shrinking budgets is athletics. It's a part of the school district that parents and families are loath to get rid of, yet they present a high cost. Part of that cost is in transportation. One of the dilemmas that athletic managers face is the high cost of transportation, especially when they have only 10 to 15 students that they're transporting from one place to another. How do you get around spending $380 for a large bus that holds 52 passengers when you can easily rent a van for $80 a day, and that'll hold 8 passengers?
I'm sorry, I have a question. So, do you use Enterprise Rent-A-Car? Because I rented a van there, and I had a real problem. I thought they were really unprofessional, and I would like to know whether or not, are we contracting with them for our vans, or who are we using?
It is Enterprise, and we have a contract with them.
Well, I'm very concerned about that. I don't know how the rest of the board feels, but I would like to, put that on a future agenda that we not use Enterprise.
One of the things that we are proposing as a district, as a whole, is to purchase vans so that we are away from Enterprise and other rental companies. Getting 2 or 3 vans per high school so that each high school has a resource where they don't have to go out and rent, that would be maintained by the district. So, yeah, we're well aware of your concerns and share them.
All right, well, thank you. I'm glad to hear that.
One of the problems hasn't been coaches going to Enterprise or Hertz or anything like that. One of the problems is they're putting in the students in their personal vehicles. That presents a problem. A lot of times principals aren't aware of this happening. They think students being transported to athletic events, they're going in buses. That's the normal default assumption. But that presents a bunch of what-ifs. Liability, if a coach, walk-on coach especially, puts students in their personal vehicle and transports them to an event that's school sanctioned, who's responsible if something goes wrong? What if the driver, the coach, has an expired or suspended license because they were cited for a DUI or something like that? The what-ifs are far-reaching. How far up the chain of command will an accident, a fatality, affect? There was a recent publication in AAA magazine of the impact of crashes and fatalities. And they found that the average cost of a crash involving a fatality was $6 million per event, per person. That's a huge amount, beside the fact that it could ruin lives and careers. What I'm proposing as my field project is to produce a private driver policy that's comprehensive, that
1 minute.
covers the federal regulations for drug testing. There was a new law implemented in 2006 that requires anyone transporting students in vehicles other than school buses to be on a random drug testing pool. I also want to implement a DMV pull notice program, which will bring up the fact of someone driving with a suspended license. Zero tolerance policy, which will reduce the or catch the possible person coming off a weekend binge, and revise board policies and administrative regulations to encompass those things. And finally, to produce an employee handbook that will address the drug testing policy. Okay. Any questions?
3 seconds to spare.
Yeah.
I'm starting to run out of